Welcome to Perfect Harmony Journal. Here are today's top stories. Russian Telegram channels reported a fire at the Moscow Higher Combined Arms Command School. This incident may have been caused by a drone attack. 2 Chinese nationals were killed in an explosion near the international airport of Karachi, Pakistan. The Chinese embassy in Pakistan described the incident as a terrorist attack. Nigeria is facing a serious cholera crisis. More than 350 people have died from the disease in the first 9 months of 2023. When you think of Antarctica, you probably imagine an endless white expanse. But that image might need an update. A recent study by experts from the universities of Exeter and Hertfordshire has revealed that Antarctica is turning green. Satellite images from the past 40 years show a dramatic change across the peninsula.
On October 6th, Russian Telegram channels reported a fire at the Moscow Higher Combined Arms Command School. This incident may have been caused by a drone attack. The fire occurred in the Kuzminki district of Moscow, with SOTA noting a shooting range and a gas station are located nearby. As of now, Russian authorities have not commented on the incident. Despite initial reports, no new updates have emerged, leaving many questions unanswered. The Moscow Higher Combined Arms Command School is the oldest military educational institution in Russia, founded on December 15, 1917. Since 2015, it has been training command staff with higher military specialized education for the mechanized and ground forces. On October 2nd, Lithuanian customs officers at Kybartai station uncovered military supplies, camouflage trousers, nets, and uniforms hidden inside ordinary cargo on trains from Kaliningrad to Moscow. And it wasn't an isolated case. Just days earlier, between September 27th and 29th, more shipments of camouflage nets were seized on the same route. Officials believe these items were bound for Russian troops, sent by civilian groups in Kaliningrad, and Lithuanian authorities aren't letting them through. Instead, they've confiscated the supplies and redirected them as aid to Ukraine, enforcing EU sanctions against Russia. Kaliningrad, a Russian exclave that has no direct border with the rest of Russia, is geographically separated by Lithuania and Poland. So, to connect with Moscow, trains from Kaliningrad have to pass through Lithuanian territory. But with increasing tensions, each trip through Lithuania is becoming more complicated. In another incident, a Moscow-Kaliningrad train was halted at the Lithuanian border because it bore military symbols, like the letter Z and messages claiming Vilnius as a Russian city. The train was only allowed to continue after these provocative markings were removed. On Sunday night, October 6th, 2 Chinese nationals were killed in an explosion near the international airport of Karachi, Pakistan. The Chinese embassy in Pakistan described the incident as a terrorist attack. The Chinese embassy and consulates general in Pakistan strongly condemned this terrorist attack, expressed deep condolences to the innocent victims of both countries, and sincere sympathies to the injured and families. Specifically, the blast targeted a convoy from the Port Qasim Electric Power Company, leaving at least 10 others injured. Furthermore, the nature of the blast remains unclear, as Karachi police have yet to comment. In addition, in a statement emailed to journalists, the Baloch Liberation Army claims responsibility, stating that they targeted Chinese nationals using a vehicle-borne explosive device. Notably, the Baloch Liberation Army seeks independence for the province of Balochistan, located in Pakistan's southwest and bordering Afghanistan and Iran. A 55-year-old man has died after a bear attack in a forest in northern Slovakia on October 5th. According to police, the incident occurred in an isolated area near Hybe, close to the High Tatra Mountains, while the victim was picking mushrooms with another person. After the attack, rescue teams found the injured man in difficult terrain and flew to the scene by helicopter. They reported that the bear struck a major artery in the man's lower extremities, causing severe bleeding and cardiac arrest. In response to this tragedy, Slovakia emergency teams said on Facebook, "Unfortunately, the man succumbed to injuries despite the efforts of rescuers." Nigeria is facing a serious cholera crisis. More than 350 people have died from the disease in the first 9 months of 2023. Data from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) showed on Monday, October 07. NCDC said 359 people had died between January and September, compared to 106 during the same period last year. The number of suspected cases has soared to over 10,800. Most of those affected are children under 5 years old. Cholera thrives in areas where clean drinking water is scarce. Lagos, the country's commercial capital, has recorded the highest number of cholera cases. Local health officials are working hard to combat this outbreak. Authorities in northeastern Borno reported on October 6 that a cholera outbreak has struck just as the region faces severe flooding, displacing nearly 2 million people. When you think of Antarctica, you probably imagine an endless white expanse, but that image might need an update. A recent study by experts from the universities of Exeter and Hertfordshire has revealed that Antarctica is turning green. Satellite images from the past 40 years show a dramatic change across the peninsula. In 1986, only about 0.4 square miles of the peninsula was covered in vegetation. By 2021, this had grown to nearly 4.6 square miles, a tenfold increase. What's more, the rate of greening has sped up. Between 2016 and 2021, the growth rate increased by over 30%, with an additional 100 acres of vegetation appearing each year during this period. The total area of the peninsula is around 193,000 square miles, so while the green patches are still small, the pace of change is undeniable. The vegetation is mostly mosses, which thrive in some of the most extreme conditions on Earth. These resilient plants are slowly expanding across the landscape.